Hello everyone, Greg here. Welcome once again to How to Read Music. This is lesson 05, Note Names and the Piano Keyboard. All right, now in the earlier lessons we did learn about the musical alphabet. It has 7 letters that repeat, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and so on. It goes up and down, forwards and backwards. When you go up, you are going to the right. So in keyboard music, up is to the right, and it means you are going forward in the alphabet. It also means that the notes are getting higher. And surprisingly enough, when you go down in music, in keyboard music, that's going to be to the left, and it means that you are going backwards in the alphabet. It also means the notes are getting lower. Now, you've probably seen this in other videos in this series. If you've looked at some of the other ones, both later videos and earlier videos, we covered this, but just in case you haven't, and you're just getting to it now, this is how the musical alphabet works. So, here's just a little exercise to kind of get your brain warmed up a little bit. Starting on the bottom here, we have C, D, E. Next note is going to be F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now I just did that deliberately just to nail in the notion that there's no H in the musical alphabet. After G is A. And also notice that before A is G, okay? That's an easy thing to forget. So let's move on. Let's do a little practice here. If this note is A, what's this other one? That's easy enough, B. And if this is C, this is D, G, right? Not H, but A, B, C. Okay, that was easy, just going forwards. Now here's the tricky part. You have to get used to going backwards in the alphabet. So B, down a step, is A. D, down a step, is C. G, down a step, is F. C, down a step, is B. A, down a step, G. Good, hope you got that one. Now, here we're going to go up more than a step. We're going to go up what we call a third. 2 steps. 1 step is a second. 2 steps is a third. You may have learned that in one of my earlier videos. So, what note are we looking for here? We have C. We're going up a third. That's E. Okay, you have to, in your mind, imagine the D in the middle. All right? So, G, up a third, is B. Okay, you're hopping over that A, which comes after G. So that's kind of a difficult one to see at first. G, down a third, is E. The F in between, skip over that. C, down a third, is A. A, down a third, is F. You're skipping over that G. This is one of the trickier ones. This kind of thing, if you are new to keyboard music, this is the kind of thing that you will most easily get tripped up over. But with practice, you'll get used to it in no time. B, down a third, G. And again, it's the same thing you have to keep in mind. You're going backwards in the alphabet, and you have to go before A. Before A in the alphabet is G. Okay, now here is a piano keyboard. And I have written in the letter names of the white keys. I'll explain to you how to find those notes on your own in a little while, but for now, I'm pointing at D here. D up a second is E. F up a second is G. C down a second is B. A down a second is G. And C down a third is A. F down a third is D. And let's take away those letter names for a moment. Now, how are we going to find those? Well, we do have some helpful landmarks here. Notice that the black keys do go in a pattern. They go 2, 3, 2, 3. It's going to go 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, forever and ever and ever. Now, let's look at the places where there are 2 black keys. Next to the 2 black keys, well, imagine those 2 black keys. They look like eyes. No, they don't look like eyes, but use your imagination. A friend of mine who's a chorus teacher taught me this, and I thought this was brilliant because you need 2 eyes to see. All right, so next to the 2 black keys, that is C, right to the left. So if you can find C, you can easily find D and E. So surrounding or touching the 2 black keys are C, D, and E. So if you can find the 2 black keys, C, D, E, right there. That'll become easy for you to find in just a little bit of practice. Very short time, you'll be able to find those. I also know a trick that I learned from another teacher, and this is even more ridiculous, so it'll work even better, because the more ridiculous and silly, the easier it is to remember. These 3 black keys kind of look like a little house. Not at all, really, but use your imagination. Imagine that they are a house. Well, every house has a front door and a back door. So the front door is F, the back door is B. So next to the 3 black keys, you have F to the left and B to the right. Front door, back door. And if you know those, it's pretty easy to fill in the G and the A. Pretty easy. Again, that G-A crossover does take some practice, but not as much as you might think. If you practice regularly, all of this will become pretty easy pretty quickly. So, next to the 3 black keys, F and B are easy to find. Now, here's just a random cross-section of a piano keyboard. What can we find here? Well, the C's. You can find those pretty quickly because it's next to the 2 black keys. Need 2 eyes to see, so there they are. What are the other 2 landmarks I showed you? F and B, front door, back door, for the 3 black keys. So, without too much effort, you should be able to find these notes on the piano keyboard. Most people find C pretty easily right away. With this other little trick I showed you, how you can find F and B. These are all useful, and if you know those, it's not too hard to fill in the remaining notes. So, the most useful landmark is C, because in beginning piano music, that note is going to come up a lot. A lot of your music is going to start on C and end on C. Not all of it, but it is usually the landmark that is used first in beginning piano music. So if you know where that is, that's a good thing to know. If you have already started learning piano, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm just kind of reinforcing what you already know, but hearing it again can't hurt. So, what's this note? D. How about this one? B. Now, the nearest C, you're going up a third, that's E. Going down a third from the nearest C, so this is A. Now I've taken away the landmarks, so I just have to keep them in your mind's eye. What's this note? D. E, up a third from C. A. 2 ways you could have found that, maybe. You could have gone a step down from the B, the back door landmark, or you could have gone down a third from C. Again, whatever gets you there easiest, the more landmarks you have, the better. So lots of ways to find these notes. Now, if you have started from my earliest videos, lesson 01, here's what you've learned so far. You know what a staff is and what the lines and spaces represent. You know the musical alphabet and how it works. Up equals forwards, down equals backwards. On both the staff and the keyboard. We didn't talk about the staff at all in this video, so if you need to learn about reading notes on the staff, go back to the earlier videos. You also know what the names of the piano keys are and how to find them. That is, if you've been paying attention for the last 5 minutes or so. And you also learned in an earlier video how to identify the small intervals, seconds and thirds, on both the staff and the keyboard. If you can do these things, you are ready to move on to the next lesson, lesson 1, 1-1, and really start reading music. So, if you have questions, ask in the comments. I love to answer questions. And if you'd like more practice, of course you can go back and review these videos, skip to the parts that are confusing or most useful. That's obvious, but also watch for practice, quiz, and review videos that I'll be putting up on this channel. Also, I'll be putting up a link to download practice worksheets. I will also put up some simple music for you to read once we get to the reading part of these lessons, which is coming up. So, ready to bump it up a notch? Go to lesson 1-1 and I will see you there. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.